What's up? There we go, that should do it. I'm pretty sure this is not working again. God. It's such a mess. Yeah, it's not. Oh. I hate that. YouTube is such a pain. I don't know what to do, because like Castro Labs is refusing to even open the window now. I don't know why. It doesn't seem to like this monitor or something. But it's just not, I mean, it's just not running. Yeah, it's just not running. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, whatever. It's fine. Probably shouldn't be playing this line. Let's see... Persona 5. What? That's not what I played. Go on, YouTube. There we go. Alright, well... It is what it is, I guess. I don't know what's up with this. Whatever. Let's get... Alright, so there's some stuff that I want to do. So I have a setup menu done, which is cool. But I kind of want... I kind of want more than just the setup menu here. I'm thinking about a first time setup menu, like a real first time setup menu. What would the command or the name for that be? Like first time, or like... What would I call it? Initial setup menu, maybe? I guess that could work. I guess that could work, maybe initial setup menu. Let's maybe go with that. I would also like to have like an alert system. Hey Aegis, what's up? Yeah, I mean I love Persona. The Persona franchise just has an impeccable taste for music. Probably going to be streaming a lot of Persona music today. Oh wait, so Castro Labs is connected. Well, that's dumb. Yeah, okay, so I guess we're just not doing YouTube today. Whatever, it's fine. But yeah, I think maybe first setup menu or initial setup menu, first time setup menu. Look at how far I can go with this green screen now, it's awesome. I love it. I can actually move around. There's actually some breathing room, but not like glued to a green screen anymore. What do I do? What do I do? I think I'll go with initial setup or first time setup. Yeah, let's go with first time. Yeah, the chat is kind of busted. It's not showing up, but I'll do my best to try to read YouTube chat here and there what I can. It's just the thing that the software that I'm using for some reason bugged out today, so I'll just keep it up somewhere. Yeah. So what is up? Oh, actually, I guess I can show the kind of the progress I've been working on. Yeah, I mean you can stay on YouTube. It's fine. I'll have everything up anyway. But where can I show it? let me show the progress I've been doing. So you will be happy to know that I did in fact improve the code for the setup menu. Because it makes more sense to first write everything so it works and then optimize it, because I didn't know what the requirements were going to be ahead of time. And now I do, because I've written it. Actually, I guess I can kind of show it. Actually, it's right here. Look at that. We're using the stream API just like you wanted. It's beautiful. This is the most verbose part of it, which I'm fine with, because this is easier to order logically. Let me zoom in a little bit. It's easier to order logically, but it's very simple, as you can see. It's very clean. I think I can make this not modifiable, actually, but that's a detail. It's not anywhere near the mess it used to be. Let's put it like that. Now, what I was thinking about is like an actual genuine first time setup thing, because there's a first time setup message, which I think is important. But the problem is that it's not an actual first time message. It happens until you dismiss it. And also it's not that useful. So the idea that I had is use archetypes. So there's a few archetypes of servers that want to use my my software, especially like Elite Mobs. But I think there's a few archetypes. There's people who want the full experience, like want it to be an RPG, want it to be like the full, let's just say the full install. And then there's people who want, the second biggest crowd, I would say, is people who only want better structures. There's a few, but it's a chore to set up. Let me know if the music is too loud. Should be fine. But yeah, there's people who only want the better structures, and those people... what I was thinking of doing is, instead of telling them manually every single time, hey, alright, so you have to go disable the events, and you have to go disable, the... Is it just the events? No, it was always two things. It was events and... elites, right, the normal elites. And then you'll have just an experience where you only see better structures because you're not installing any other content. And then there's people who might only want, like... dungeons and not anything else. I kind of find that to be doubtful, and might be something that I add later. But I think that having like a one button, you're like, okay, you show up. Do you want the full install with like it describes like what the full experience is like, or do you want just better structures? Are you just here for the shrines, or are you here and you want most features, but you don't want dungeons or something like that? I don't know. I think most of all, it's just those two categories. I think the biggest one is like better structures users and Elite Mobs users. And like, people won't customize it that much between those two extremes where it's like, oh, I want everything, or hey, I basically want nothing but this one, this very specific thing. I don't think there's people who want dungeons but not events. There's been like maybe 2 or 3 people who have asked that lifetime, so I don't know if it's worth making a whole menu for that. Because obviously the more options I add, as like, this is a simplified menu, obviously you can always do this, but it's real estate and space, and it's like visual space that it's taking up. It's confusing people. Menu where you can disable some dungeons, events, mobs. So let me show what I've been working on. What the fuck did I just do? Oh god. Basically, this is a new setup menu. We're still working on it. There's going to be an actual skin to it, and there's going to be actual icons on it eventually. That's going to take a while because it's a lot of icons that we need to make, because it's 4 icons per, because of like the different install states. But basically, as soon as I'm done downloading this resource pack that for some reason is taking a long time today, I've never seen it this slow. But basically the idea is, you can see it's already slightly different. It has a short description of what the content actually is now in green. It has obviously the state it is in. Installed, not installed, you know, partially installed is also now a thing, can be. Like here I have partially installed custom models with goblins, and that's the other thing. So you can now filter by the kind of content that you want to see. So you have open dungeons, you have instance dungeons, you have events, you have custom items, and you have custom models. And you can now also disable like all the default items here, which is very convenient. You can also disable events, all events, right here. You click this and installs or installs all the default events. I am still going to add the other content packages. Remove italic from item displays. It's not finalized, so DALI is going to finalize the design. I'm just getting the function down. Like, it's not going to look like this at the end. Like, I actually have an artist now, so I'm just going to ask my artist to go over this. We're also going to do, like, the UI skin, and we're going to do the icons. So this is just the function, not the form. But what I was thinking is, so when you first install my plugins, the setup process is not complicated, but it does need to be explained to people, because people can't really just guess these things, right? It's not... Yeah, whatever. I mean, they can follow instructions on chat, but the instructions have to be written down, basically, is what I'm trying to get to. And I don't know that the setup menu is the best location to start with for a completely fresh person. Like, I've never heard of Elite Mobs before, I've never heard of Better Structures before, I've never heard of Free Minecraft Models before, I've never heard of Eternal TDB before. These people, when they see this setup menu, right, I'm trying to put myself in their shoes. It's like, this looks like nothing. I don't know what this actually means. And sometimes some people just want a very specific thing, and they need a little bit more context than just a setup menu. So what I was thinking is, obviously there's instructions online and such, but what I was thinking is creating a second menu, or a first menu before this one. Shows up just one time. You dismiss it once, it never shows up again unless you run the command manually. And it has archetypes and very concise setup instructions on how to set up elite mobs, like a link to maybe a trailer, probably just a link to the website, because the website is going to have all the info that we need. I can kind of show that we've been working on the website as well here. Yeah, so it's like we're starting to have a page for elite mobs. This is like, obviously this is not even early days. This is a prototype. We're testing, putting content in right now. Like, I wrote this early. I copy pasted this part earlier. So like none of this is final. We're not even close. We're just trying to like get the sections in and starting to display it so we can actually start designing it. Oh hey! Oh hey! Look at that! That wasn't here earlier. I guess Velshi is working. Damn, Velshi. He's grinding. Hey, I'm not even joking. Before the stream started, this part wasn't even in yet. That's awesome. So this is one of the big things that I really wanted to get down. Currently, the experience of downloading content for my plugins is miserable, because for a very simple reason. Because it looks like this. My itch page looks like this. This is unreadable. This is actually unreadable. This is nothing. This is not an option. It's too much. It's too much. It's way too much. And it's not even a good presentation. But if we can get a nice page with like, hey, here's a setup, here's a trailer, here's what we can do, and you know, you can just scroll and see all the content and pick whatever you want. That's something. Now, this is just a temporary thing. This is what we're calling the temporary index. It's just for, mostly for Patreon supporters, honestly, because I know that on Patreon it's very hard to even find the content. Also, this is not even priced right. Oh wait, no, that's Oasis. I'm wrong. That's priced right. Is the link working? Nice. But yeah, this is mostly for Patreon supporters right now. I just want a place where they can go to, and they're like, okay, where's the thing? Where's Primus? You can just do Control F, and you've got Primus immediately, and it's done. You just click the button, you get to the Patreon page, and you're done. Same with itch. So like, if you can't find the page for Primus or the Catacombs or whatever page you're looking for, it's like that. It's really easy. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy about that. That's getting in. So that means I can probably fill this in as much as I want already. Because this is a template. So I should be able to just fill the template in. Awesome, 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 awesome. That means we can start centralizing this content. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, best ways to host dungeons on your website. We are slowly working towards a solution that kind of lets you do that. Technically, that's not the best solution. Technically, the best solution, the ultimate tip-top solution would be for me to do the payment processing myself. So there's no platform fees, and everything is centralized. I have both subscriptions and non-subscription services, and also at the same time, everything is downloaded. You don't download the files. No one downloads the files. You just click the button in game. The files get downloaded for you. You never had to go to the website to download anything. You go to the website. You purchase something. You know, purchase whatever you want. Purchase a subscription or purchase a product, and then you just go in game. You do your setup menu. Your account is linked. Bob's your uncle. That's it. This has a lot of like little challenges. Some of them more little. Some of them less little. Some of them with about programming, some of them about web development, some of them about accounting, some of them about security in general. So it's where, you know, it's going to be a slow, very, very slow march. What we're trying to see what we're trying to do in a first stage here is simply allowing people to link, to create like a pseudo account, not a real account, but like, you know, use OAuth or something like that from like Google or whatever platform. And so you can have an account on this website, that, you know, the Nightbreak website, and then you can link your Patreon account. And then when you click on the download link, it just downloads directly from our servers instead of directing you to Patreon. So that way it's even easier to do things. Plus the page can be a little bit more customized. Google OAuth. It might not be Google OAuth because I believe Patreon also has a solution, in which case that's even better because that's like the native thing that we're trying to do. But I'm not even the one who's taking care of that. That's Velshi. I'm not a web dev. I care, but I'm not the most informed person. I'm not the person taking... we're not there yet. First we need the page done. Once we have all the pages done, we can start thinking about this kind of more advanced feature. But, you know, it doesn't make sense to start planning for it now when fundamentally, like, we have to go through step 0, then step 1, step 2, step 3. This is like step 10. So but yeah, something like that. I think you can see that we're starting to cook here. And that's the intention. And ultimately, the number one thing for me is this has to be convenient. It has to be convenient, and it has to serve as many people as possible. Which is also why I'm very much serious about also adding my content to Ko-fi. Because I am aware that Ko-fi is kind of a mildly... somewhere between an upgrade and a side grade from Patreon, because it has more platforms it supports. There's more countries that can pay there. It allows different forms of payment. It has no fees. So there's like a bunch of little advantages. But I also think it kind of misses some creature comforts from Patreon. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm definitely looking into that as an alternative, but at the same time, I don't know if it makes more sense to just directly implement something like Stripe into my website and be like, no, we're gonna handle it. Like, do we need to go through Ko-fi? Maybe, I don't know. Well, it's something I have to look into. But ultimately, you know, I'm doing the setup menu. I'm doing I'm helping with the website stuff. I'm helping with the dungeons, the custom models, the better structures pack that is coming out. By the way, fun fact, there's going to be a better structures pack coming out by the 15th. I'm only announcing it on stream for the people who really follow me. Don't tell people, but we plan to release 2 new packs on the 15th. So look forward to that. Patreon is annoying, it has some crazy protection against scammers. Always get banned. Yeah. but the problem is also the flip coin, right? The reverse is I'm exposing myself to being scammed if I'm handling. Well, obviously, ultimately, these things can always happen. No joke. The one time, like this is very, very early on. Like one of the first few purchases of Primus on itch had a $1,000 tip on it. The dungeon itself costs 10, and someone tipped 1,000. Guess what? Guess what happened? Anyone can guess. It's the internet, and an insane amount of cash. What happened? The money didn't actually. I mean, it got charged back. There was a stolen credit card. I don't know. It never arrived. Obviously, as you might imagine. Yeah, I know. See, the thing is, I would like to serve Russia insofar as it is legal for me to do so, because I'm not going to break the law. Especially, I'm not going to admit on stream to breaking the law for my business. Like that'd be. Insofar as it is legal, I would like to serve everyone in the world. I don't think that banning people from buying elite mobs is not an efficient way of stopping any kind of war or placing any kind of international pressure. I don't think that's going to be the thing that makes the difference. So insofar as it is possible, I would like for everyone to be able to enjoy the stuff that I make, you know? As long as they are willing to, well, I mean, they can use the free content, it doesn't matter. I'm happy when people use the free content as well. But, you know, if they want to pay for it, I don't want to say, hey, no, I don't want your money. Elite Mobs Dungeons is dual use technology. What am I? Look, Tencent hasn't bought Nightbreak yet. Give them like 5 minutes. Look, let me finish the website, okay? Let me add the contact form, and then Tencent can buy Nightbreak, and then it can become dual use technology. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be the day. Damn. I'm looking forward to having to report my activities to a certain government office. Alright. But yeah, all this to say, we are doing big moves insofar as just the setup experience, the usability experience. This is like the big focus. This has been the big focus for like a couple of weeks, I think, now. Maybe a week. Maybe a couple of weeks. I don't know quite now. I mean, for me, directly, it's been like maybe a week and a half. And it's about ready. I'm just trying to think of like what the very, very first few people who you like when you initially install things. What are the problems, and what kind of good solutions can I make? And I think a fancy menu that looks good, that you know, walks you through the content, that directs you to the right pages, that tells you, okay, this is Elite Mobs. Do you want everything? Do you just want the better structures? Because those are the most common. I don't think it really makes sense to add more until it is made evident that that is necessary. Because I could add like 15 different options, but then the odds of people reading the options goes way down. So yeah, something like that. But I mean, overall, I am pretty happy with all the work that we're putting into this. Like the fact that we what framework we're using WordPress. I wasn't going to write it myself, but Velshi showed up and he's just doing all this for me, which is awesome. So I'm like over the moon about that. Yeah, it's like very I'm doing very little. I'm filling in a little bit of content here and there, but Dali's the one designing the pages for the UI UX, and Velshi's the one creating the actual elements and putting it together. So, hey, that's the best website creation process I've ever gone through, where I don't have to make a website. People are just making this website for me, and they're making it way better than I could. So, awesome! I'm over the moon. Seems adequate for a basic wiki download website. Yeah, absolutely. It's more than enough. It's more than enough. Genuinely, like, we have to keep track that this is ultimately for a Minecraft mod. Most Minecraft mods don't even break 200 downloads. Okay, the fact that we have like an actual professional website and like we're talking about OAuth and integration with Patreon APIs and itch APIs and like creating a backend to communicate with, like this is like light years ahead of your average Minecraft experience. I don't think there's a React Tailwind, but like don't say those things. Don't say those things. You're cursing the project. Remove your curse words from chat, please. The project is fine. Things are going great. We don't need to complicate this. The only back I don't even know how to work with those. The only backend I can make is Node, because that's the only thing that I know. I guess I could try to do Java, but I've never tried to do a Java backend. Probably would work though. I mean, for how complex this is, pretty trivial. Okay, so oh yeah, what do you guys think of the like presentation? Aside from like the fact that the colors are not finalized, do you think this would work? Basic Postgres, Redis caching. I know we're using Cloud. Well, I know because I set it up. We're using Cloudflare. It's going to be doing some of the caching. And then like WordPress does some lazy loading for the images because we're going to have some image heavy stuff, and that's about all we need. We're good. We're good. I mean, I even thought over using Cloudflare, because even then I was like, do we need that? But whatever. I mean, it wasn't too bad to set up. A little bit annoying to set up, but it's fine. It's fine. For someone who doesn't do these things, it is a little bit of a nuisance. Let's put it like that. It's like an obstacle that you'd rather not have to deal with, but you understand why it exists. So my idea then is a little bit complicated, because these... See, ideally I would probably want to make, and by probably I mean this will inevitably happen, but I would want a system that is my own implementation of like an API for inventory menus that is at the level of MagmaGuy. I kind of have a prototype one that is pretty bad for elite mobs. It's very hard coded because it only needed to do so many things, so it only does so many things. But in the totality of what we do here, might not be enough. But then again, I mean, this is pretty simple. Like, what could I even make automatic here? Just like finding where it is and passing where it is. It's kind of pretty basic. I think I'll do this. I don't really want to lose time making like a fancy menu thing yet. I think I'll do that later. It's fine. Also, I think I'll have a better idea of what I actually need for it once it's more developed. Let me just put Minecraft up so people have some kind of something to look at. Yeah, it's pretty hot here. Oh, do you guys like my new green screen setup, by the way? Actually, let me show you a peek behind the curtain. Check this out. Look at that! It's actually 2 green screens. I posted an image on Discord about it, but man, I'm so happy. Look at all this space. Actually, the cable is not even long enough. Look at that. Hey, look at how far I can go. This is great. I love it. I'm actually really enjoying this this new setup. Yeah, unfortunately they are 2 very different tones of green, which is not ideal, but at the same time, like, software doesn't really care, you know, just tweak the settings and you're good. So, it's whatever. It is just as invisible. It's actually more invisible if you look at it closely. It's actually more invisible for a very interesting reason. Interesting to me. So, like, one of the things in my videos that was bothering me was So I recorded about this distance. Two things were really annoying. First off, my range for the arms is about this wide when I was recording because of the size of the green screen behind me. So if I went beyond, it would just like clip like I'm now doing here on purpose. But now I can really like, you know, really gesticulate to my heart's content, which is good for videos. You know, people, they want the energy. You want to be able to do something like this, which you can't if you're like, hey, am I clipping? It's not great. And the second thing, it doesn't really show so much on the stream because the stream is like a low bit rate. If you look really close, you might be able to notice a slight difference, but probably not. Is the distance you are from the green screen is actually really important. So the recommendation is like a couple of meters or something, which is not quite how far it is because my office is just not big enough for the recommended distance. But it is now far enough away that the green bounciness, like the green light that bounces from those screens, affects me way less. So you end up with a much crisper image at the end of the day. So like the image is now pretty crisp, whereas if you're looking at it in full res in like 4K, it was pretty jank. You can kind of also still tell with the hair because the hair is always a bit of more of a challenge, but it's better. It's better. But I mean, I think it only bothered me, to be honest. But I mean, if it bothers me, it matters to me, right? So why not fix it? Also, hilariously, my new green. So I've had several green screens, but my new green screen is cheaper than my old green screen, technically, because it's a wall-mounted thing, so it doesn't need like a whole apparatus for propping it up. I actually considered buying that one first before this one. I'm glad that I didn't do it because I'm sure that I would not have bought this one afterwards, and that would have been a problem. Because like this is the perfect setup. I think 2 green screens is kind of mandatory for this space. For this to work, the green screen would have to be like 3 meters or something in width for it to actually hide the room. And I don't even really have a way to point the camera then, because the camera is kind of like at an angle, so there's a shelf over there, so it's annoying. It's complicated. I'm real happy with how it turned out, is basically what I'm trying to say. I think this is really the best setup, and in the future when I have to do other green screen stuff in other spaces, because I'm going to be moving away from this place like within the next year and a half. And when I move away, I'll definitely get 2 green screens instead of trying to find the one perfect green screen, because I don't, unless you have an enormous dedicated recording space, I don't think that's going to work anyway. That's a big sidetrack. All right. So the actual best track from Persona. So we want a first time setup menu. Now, first time setup menu is similar. Okay, so there's a couple of ways I could do this, I think. Let me open the classic streamer application here for advanced design decisions. I think there's a couple of ways I can do this. So obviously, you know, it has to be a Minecraft menu. I can't really run away from that. I mean, I can, but it's not worth it. They're not very good, even when you try to escape from them. So I was considering maybe like the main info slot goes here. Then like the presets. I guess the question is, okay, so like this would be the two things here. This would be info, but it will also be like the setup links. And then this would be preset 1 and then preset 2. And then if there's more, you know, we can do 1, 3, 2 or something like that. And then, you know, I think that's probably the way to go. Yeah. I also want to change how the updates are checked. Because right now, up until now, it hasn't really been a problem, but right now they're all, like, each individual dungeon does its each individual, like, request to check for an individual update in an individual remotely hosted file, which is silly. Like, it made sense when we had, like, 3 pieces of content, and now we have, like, 40, so let's not do it like that. Can you make a small change in the code for me? Elite Mobs is warning me that I can't get model coin. I don't... Add some logging to item lucha. I don't understand how people are getting this error. Have you figured that one out? Because I was having this problem. And then I stopped having this problem when I deleted the item settings. And then I thought, oh, like I at some point updated something. It broke. This one has actually been annoying me. This is item lucha, right? I mean, I think it's because it can't find the thing. Line 210. Do you just want the stack trace? Open a ticket with it so I can keep track of this, and I'll send the build there. Got you stack tracing. Crazy. Yeah, I know, but I mean we fixed those, right? We fixed those. I think it's because I changed the core of how it gets values, but it's weird because it works sometimes. It doesn't work other times. It's flaky. It's very flaky on my end. Maybe I also fixed it. Like maybe I fixed it and didn't even realize it. That'd be weird though. Can you open the ticket and I'll send it to that room? Oh, right. My bad. Where is it? Oh, you got the Patreon. Thanks, Tanaka. I appreciate that. Sorry, the YouTube chat is kind of messed up right now, so I'm trying to do what I can. Oh yeah, by the way, Tanaka, because it's actually worth mentioning. Last month, August, right? Yeah, August was actually our best month on Patreon ever, by a little bit of a margin too. Like we're going to be cracking about 2K soon if this keeps going, which is awesome. Yeah, I mean it's great. It's fantastic. I'm real happy, especially because like we are now 3 people working on this full time. Plus, still might need some contractors to help us like do some of the other, like speed up some of the other things. So I'm real happy. Stuff is going great. Did you open the ticket? Free? Oh, there it is. There you go. Got you, stackers. Hey, welcome to the stream. Alright. So for the first time setup, I guess the way this would run is you run a command and then it does like a fancy little thing that would be nice. I have kind of an idea for it, a little bit of flair here that I kind of want to do. Let's start with string title, string subtitle. Now this will make sense in a second. What am I doing? I'm working on a setup menu for my Minecraft mod. You can see like here, you have like installation instructions, we have content that you can enable, disable. You know, if you want to enable all 16 default events, you can click it and you install it. I'm just trying to improve the first time setup experience for people, so they can run dungeons and stuff like that pretty easily without having to think about it. Oh right, then I need the player here. Alright, let's try a little bit of flair here. Oh wait, no, I don't have that. What coding languages do I know? Java, C# are the main ones that I know. I've worked with a bunch of JavaScript at this point as well. A bit of Python, but like not enough to say that I really know Python. And then, that's about it. That's about it. With what I'm comfortable with. I've done some programming with some other stuff, but not enough to really say that I know them. Can I help you? Probably not. Probably not. Public static void. Okay. Animates title. Alright. Now, I want a little bit of an animation. Let's try to get a little bit fancy with it. We can do, let's say an int counter is starting. Well, actually, new buckets, runnable, run, task timer. Alright, let's run it every tick. Implement it. Add a counter. Increment the counter. If counter greater than title length plus subtitle length plus say like 3 seconds. Alright, so if it's larger, cancel and return. Don't do that. Okay, and then player send title. Okay, so how do I know how much of the title to send? String title sequence maybe? Title substring 0 counter. The problem is, I bet you, does substring have internal handling for it going over the limit? No. It throws an error. So, counter greater than... Sorry, no, there's a better one. Math.max... Sorry, min counter or title length. It's not title length, is it? Because it starts at 0. So it's length minus 1. Except this is minus 1 minus title length. Oh wait, what if it's I need a second one, don't I? Because it's either this or math.max 0, because I don't want it to be negative. So what a beautiful way of doing that. Alright, and then we do title sequence, subtitle sequence, and oh, there's a stake argument. Well, it only needs to stay for a tick because I'm adding it every time. So alright, we should have a little bit of a an animation going on here. Getting fancy with it. Where's the... Alright, now we go to here, and I've got a new one for you. Elite first time setup menu. I don't know why I'm doing it like this. This is a bad idea what I just did. It's not even correct. Oh, did I install? Come on. There it is. Alright. Alright, so that should create that, that then cancels that. Alright, so now I just need the actual commands. I don't actually remember how the commands work. That's not correct. Okay, extends, advanced commands. Okay. Okay. I guess you can call this initialize, maybe. Like /EM initialize. That might be the most concise way of doing it, or something like that. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. Does the first time setup of the plugin. Alright. I believe these are unfortunately not initialized. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't like how I have to initialize these manually, by the way. There's other ways of doing this, it's just... kind of whatever. Maybe it's something I'll have to fix later. Alright. Yeah, I don't like manually registering these things. I prefer for them to be initialized via... It is so hot in here. Hold on, let me turn on the fan. Oh, much better. Alright. But yeah, I prefer to use reflections or something, but I know there's a... someone told me there's a better way than in Reflections to do this. I don't remember what it was. It's kind of a bunch of work as well, but... I think it's kind of one of the bigger weaknesses of how this works. I guess maybe I could try to add them automatically when they extend. That might be possible. Thanks for the follow, Tanaka. Oh, sorry, I just read your message on the other side. For some reasons, as soon as I load some dungeons, it consumes over 17 gigs of RAM for the server. I mean, that's normal, quote unquote, because you're just initializing. But like, that's in Java. You assign memory and then you clear memory. You're not actually using 17 gigs of memory. It's just it's initializing things. It will not hold 17 gigs of memory. It's just how the Java garbage collection system works. Nay! Why does it not work? My fancy menu. Oh, right, because it... Actually, I mean, this is still sus that it didn't work, though. Should still have done something. I might have to use the spigot method. I don't know if the send title actually... We'll see. We'll see. Luckily for me, a spot opened on higher tier from... Oh! Wait, really? Hold on, you got it? Haha, nice! Wait, yeah, no, you did. Oh, thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. And thanks for becoming a partner. Make sure you send your server details to me. You can do it through Patreon or you can just DM me on Discord. And I'll make sure that your server shows up on the credits on YouTube. It will also show up on the Spigot pages and it will also show up somewhere on the website once the website is actually made and not just a work in progress. Assuming that you're still a Patreon by then. You know, I mean, for as long as you're a partner, you have right to that, and afterwards it just gets cleared. Except in the videos, obviously, I can't remove it from the videos. It'll be in the credits for whatever videos I make. Alright, cool, awesome. I was wondering if I wanted to announce that one slot was open or not, but I hadn't really made a decision yet. I guess people are actually looking at those. There's some demand. That's good. That's good. It means people are really into what we're doing right now. Also, that might be... Let me see. If you're starting your month now... You only did 1 month, right? I assume. You didn't do a yearly thing. You might actually get the early access to Yggdrasil. I'm kind of hoping that within the next month, we might already be doing the first early access release for that. We'll have to see because we're working on so many things at the same time. So, yeah, we'll see. Also, I mentioned it earlier, but there's going to be a new Better Structures package. So, if you use Better Structures, look forward to that. It's currently being built. Should be out by the 15th, in theory. If everything goes well, it should. It should. Alright. No, that's not what I want. Okay, why is the initializing not working? Oh, I know why. Because I don't actually run anything. This is another thing that's been bothering me. If Camellia was here, he'd be telling me off. But I broke the hot loading setup. I can't get it to work again. Or I haven't put in the time to fix it, really, is the issue. But like that means that I need to restart every time, and that's super annoying. It's so time consuming. I should really just fix it. Just I don't know why it's not working. I think it's the wrong SDK or something. I don't know, IntelliJ is just not cooperating with me. I don't know if it's that or a problem with like the way that I'm shading stuff. If it's a shading problem, that's even more annoying, honestly. Although it I don't know. I don't know. Oh, hey, thanks, Freed. Whoa! Whoa! Damn! Thanks, Dana. Appreciate it. Well, hey, everyone, definitely everyone is now subbed. Thanks. Really appreciate that. How many is that? 10? Nice. Thanks for all the gifted subs. That's really appreciated. Alright. That should definitely be taking in arguments. Oh, dead. No, it's static, that's why. Make sure to hype your work. Well, at the very least, I'm hyped. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty hyped. I'm really happy that stuff is just going well. I'm just really happy. It's, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like it was a pretty big risk what I did last month. Actually, not even last month. What I did 2 months ago was a pretty big risk when we started trying to do like weekly releases of content, and I started like talking to Dali about hiring him to do full-time and stuff, because there was no guarantee that that was actually going to pay off. I actually funded it from my personal funds. Like that's how it got done, because I had to just front the money. I wasn't. I mean, I thought, you know, there would be enough interest to sustain it in the long term, but now we are basically at the point where it is sustainable. So I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy about that. It's good to see when you take a risk for growth and you're like, okay, well this is probably going to work out. This is probably going to be good for the stuff that I make. It's probably a good investment, and then it turns out, yes, actually people are enjoying it. That's not quite right. That's not quite right. That's kind of sus. Also, is there a character limit or... no, I think I just messed up. I really love the Elite Mobs and Dungeons. I really appreciate that. We put a lot of work into it. There is no exaggeration. We put a lot of work into what we do, and we're only putting more and more work into it. But I think that the stuff we have in the pipeline is some of the best that we've ever made. So I have faith that this is going to work out great. It's just we need to grow the community. We need to make sure that we get a steady flow of income, so I can really hire good modeler. Like, we don't have enough artists, we don't have enough builders right now to really do the full scope of what I want to do. We don't have enough modelers. Modelers are extremely expensive. If we had a bigger community, and that's why I'm starting to do more YouTube and like trying to work on the website and all these things that people, you know, to get into the system and show off what we can do. Because I think that if people see what we make, they're going to want to use it. There's just a big visibility problem because we're basically invisible right now. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But if we had more visibility, we'd have more income. If we had more income, I could get more modelers. We could do like some really wild stuff. I really, really, really want to be able to scale things up and really reach just a whole different level. And we're working towards that. We definitely are. You know, it's definitely going absolutely in the right direction for that. And I'm really happy. I'm really happy. Things are going great. So the counter uninstall link. I don't know if this is right, but we're about to find out, I guess. What is TTS, by the way? I think this has a lot of potential. TTS is text-to-speak, speech. So you can, in theory, assuming I have everything set up, you should be able to like send messages that get read on chat. That is assuming I still have everything set up. If that's not working for you, just let me know and I'll try to fix it, because I don't know. I think it has a lot of potential. It just needs more visible. As mentioned, Last Live in Brazil surely become popular. Metal Elite mobs to the server that I mod. I think got players playing for hours to stay on the server. Yeah, I mean, look, that's the dream. That's the dream. You know, if it's not about, I'm gonna be honest. It's not about. Obviously, it's not about the money. I could be doing just about anything else with my life, and I'd probably be making more money. I'm not gonna lie. With like the skill set that I have, you know, I could just go work for a bank or something. Not to mention that I'm just reinvesting most of what I make into my stuff, so it's not, I'm not even really making that much money. But it's about how if people enjoy what we make. That's the whole point. That's ultimately that's the main thing. Do people enjoy what we make? Is what we make fun? Are people having a good time with it? Are they making good memories? That, to me, that's the main thing. Everything else is, you know, if people have a fun time, things will work out. You know? Things will work out. Doesn't mean I don't plan for it, you know? Doesn't mean I don't plan for success or anything like that, but that's the main thing that I'm worried about. I want to get those memorable experiences that you get when you're, especially when you're, I mean, you can have these memories, you can make these memories at any point in your life, but you know, I'm thinking back of when I started playing Minecraft and I was like, discovering wild stuff that you could do through mods or just wild stuff that was in Minecraft in the first place. And you know, those are formative memories for me. You know, it really is the big part of the reason why I'm here now, obviously. And it's just a good time with a good community, good friends, sometimes family as well. You know, there's a lot of people who play elite mobs or beta structures or other of my plugins who play with their kids at this point, you know? Damn.
Just testing if it is working XD.
Oh, it is definitely working. I don't know if you heard it, but that definitely worked. Thanks for all the support, man. I appreciate it. That's not right. That ain't right. Oh, it's savoring too. Out of bounds. Oh, right. Man, I'm pretty pumped. I'm not gonna lie. It's good when stuff goes well, you know? Especially when you spend so much time also just wondering if, you know, planning, thinking. At the end of the day, the stuff that I'm working on right now, like the stuff that you're seeing right now with Elite Mobs, is something I started planning like about a year and a half ago. That's about when like this whole new vision for Elite Mobs began, and this is like the end of the big changes that needed to happen to get us here. Making free Minecraft models, making resource pack manager, making all these new Elite Mob systems. You know, getting the soundtracks, getting the models, getting the builds, getting the scripting done to the level that it currently is. It's a ton of work. It was a ton of work. It took a very long time to make. But it's good. It's good. It's good. It's working out great. I'm just really happy. And I think we're just getting started. Like, genuinely, I'm so hyped to be done. Thanks for the bits. Oh, actually, you know, hold on. You have. I usually turn it off because my streams are usually pretty chill, but. It's about to go to sleep. Well, I mean, hey, I definitely appreciate all the support you're showing, as you might imagine. I don't have it on. That's fine. But yeah, I mean, it's hey, look at that. That's slightly less glitchy, but it's still airing. String out of bounds for length 34. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Right, I can't do substrings correctly. Oh, it's a good try. Is this a game or is it love? Please tell me, baby. I want you with me. Oh, here we go. 035 is out of bounds for check bounds, begins, string, substring. First time set up line 28. How am I going over? Math Max. Oh, sorry, it's not Math Max, it's Math Min. I'm a dum-dum. Although it is weird that it's never showing up. That is kind of. Okay, that's probably one. All right. Yeah, I'm also not gonna lie. I almost didn't stream today. I was just kind of hyped for the green screen. If I'm being honest, I was like, oh damn, this new green screen is awesome. Look at this. Look at how much space I have. I can just walk around like this. I don't have to be like feeling like I have claustrophobia in my little bubble, my little bounds. It's real smooth. Cha-cha is real smooth. Persona is so good. Oh wait, is this Persona? No, this is this Persona? Oh, this is not Persona. This is a good track. This is a really good track. Oh, actually, there's supposedly a command now. Does that work? Does not work. Alright. Never tried it. Yeah, it should have worked, I think. Elite Mobs. Still getting the subtitle wrong. Okay. 34. 0 30. Okay, how is it still going over? You gotta tell now your love counter, title lock length, subtitle lock length. But somehow, it goes from 035. Okay, hold on. This is wrong. Counter minus length. That should work. Am I crazy? Maybe I should have cleaned it. I mean, this seems fine to me. Come on, give me my fancy animation. I want my fancy animation. Please. Please. So, wait, does that mean that we are full up on Patreon slots? Or on, what's the word I'm looking for? On sponsor slots again? It's funny because for the longest time we just didn't have one, and now we're just always full. Yeah, it's sold out again. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. What's going on? Alright, do we got it? Do we have it? Ooh, I just had an idea. I just had a bit of an idea for the website. Could use those URLs in an interesting way. Well, figure something out. Yeah, I think I had an interesting idea. Okay, should be working, right? Hey! Oh, well, that's a bad idea. Look at that! Let me set the scaling to something more reasonable. Mamma mia, that's a spicy UI. We love that. We love that. All right. Interesting music choices. They're all Persona. Just open the Persona soundtrack. Well, they're not all Persona, but I just opened the Persona soundtrack and let it play. I like Persona. Well, I like Persona 5. I haven't played the others, but I've liked Persona 5 for what I've played of it. Never finished it. I still need to finish it. It's just a very long game, and I don't usually have that much time. Persona is chill and epic. Yeah, actually, I used to use Persona quite a bit for my video music background stuff, but now we have our own tracks, so I use the tracks that we have. But yeah, I mean, Persona is a great franchise, I think. Just stylistically, it's top tier, no doubt. Just has such a, it's just dripping with style. One day, I too will make a game with a UI as bold and as good as Persona. One day, trust me. Just don't wait standing up, is all I'll say. And now it's on almost every system. Yeah, I mean it's definitely very popular. It's definitely seen a lot of success. So that's, you know, that's great. You know, it's good to see good stuff being rewarded. Oh yeah, what do people say about the model stuff actually? Let's see. It's funny. The poll for the model stuff is kind of hilarious. Where it's like, okay, I don't want them 9%. I want them to be very, 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 very cheap. No one. I want them to be pretty cheap. 15%. Okay. Then okay, 4 to 5 is 7%. Then it's like 2%, 2%, 2%, 4%, 9%, 20%. Like 20% of people just want them to be like as like high quality as we can make it. And then 30% are like, well, yeah, but I can't afford them. This is gonna be hard to find a balance for all these people, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of, I honestly don't know what people were going to say. But I did not think the vote would get so insanely split up. It'd be hard to make it more split up than that. I don't know. I think we'll experiment with one higher quality package. The problem is like one high quality package is like $500, which is like, you know, for us it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Like plus 500 to costs, just like that in the middle of the month. Yeah, it's pretty expensive. For the bosses, I think it's better something well made about the other mobs. Maybe something medium would be great. It depends on your expectation of medium and high quality, right? So like, would you say... It's all a matter of expectations. Would you say like something like this? Let's say this one. This is an upcoming boss. Like, rate it where it would be, like from 10 being like the best possible, 0 being the worst possible, I guess. Like, where would this be in the scale? Because this one is getting released before Wednesday, in theory. Maybe on Wednesday. Sorry, before the end of Wednesday, is what I meant to say there. Like, how would you rate this one? Seven. For a boss is a 7, for a mob a 10. Okay. How would you rate this one? That's 100, yeah. It was $100 to buy it, so I agree, it is 100. See, the thing is, this one was made by Dali and me. Like, I did the final coloring to help Dali out, but it was Dali did the base model and I did some adjustments at the end and did some recolors. But and this one was mostly Dali. I really didn't tweak anything about this one myself. This one is mostly Dali. Where would you rate this one, out of curiosity? Because the difference, there's a very big difference. Because Dali is not a modeler. Dali works for us full time. And so, like, that is a cost that I can be like, okay, well, we know, you know, it's not going to be like $100 a model. Right? That's insanely expensive, $100 a model. Yeah, I mean, some of these are pretty specific. Do I not have... No, what do I do? So like, how would this be? It's a 10. Depends on how much different they are from what's already in game. Yeah, see, the thing is, this is not a 10. Like, objectively, this is not a 10. Compared to what professional veteran modelers can do, this is not a 10. But the thing is, there's like this, I'm gonna do the Twitch streamer thing. There's this skill, okay? We're going to say quality. This is your quality, and this is your price. Okay, and the way this works is obviously as you go up in price, you go up in quality, and you might think it's like this or something like that. This is not at all how it works. Like this is not how the quality to price ratio works. The way this actually works, usually, is more something like this. Let me do a different color. It's more like that, where it's like, if you pay next to nothing, you get something that is really not impressive at all. But then the difference between paying like 5 and paying 10 is just completely on a different scale. And then if you pay 15, you're like, oh my god, these are not actual numbers, but it's more like, I guess better numbers be like, this would be more like 45, I think, if you want to be around here. And where like this, I would say maybe here you have the Primus boss, the fire guy would be around here, and you're already paying 100. But it's it's tricky. It's tricky. Usually I buy models from MC models. They look nice and the price is not too expensive. But the problem is that the price is not too expensive for you, a person who is buying it from a store that sells to multiple people. Absolutely. When you buy your models from me, I'm not going. You know, the Primus model costs $100. Primus does not cost $100. It costs 1 on Patreon. It costs 10 on itch. And that's just one of the models that is there, plus the enormous map, plus all the bosses, plus like over a year of work, right? But the way we make money is that we have more than one person that buys that. We have lots and lots of people. When I ask a modeler to make a model for us, they're just making one model, one time, for one payment. And so the amount that we pay for that is way more than if we just went on a store, bought one, because they're selling hundreds. So, you know, you can charge $5 for a model if you think you're going to sell 200 of that model, because that's going to be a bunch of cash. That's pretty good. But if you are making a model for someone just one time, and you're only going to get paid one time for the same amount of work, well then suddenly you might be charging that person $100 or $1,000 because it's a one-off. So the economics of this is not the same if you're buying it from a storefront, or if you're going to someone being like, we need a model, it needs to look like this, it needs to like, here are some references, here's some color schemes, it's going to do these kinds of animations, it's going to be incorporated into this map, it's for this plugin. Like that's a bunch of work. That's a bunch of work. It's usually pretty expensive work. I would say most decent modelers do not do any kind of pricing under $35 per model. Most of them. And usually for the interesting models, they usually start around 50. But they're really good. And they're better than the ones, they're better than this. But the counterpoint is, I see the difference, you know? We internally see the difference. But when I present this to people, a lot of people are like, oh, this is actually really good. Why would I pay $100? Like, if people are impressed by this, you know, is it worth going to someone who might be charging $100 per, instead of telling Dali, hey Dali, I know what you're just going to do this within your workday. You're working for us full time. We're just going to do this. In that case, I think it would be a good idea to sell the best model separate or in a higher level on Patreon. I don't want to be... You are... From a business standpoint, I think you are correct. I don't want to nickel and dime people is a problem. I don't like the idea of like... I think that a $15 a month subscription is an expensive subscription. It is more expensive than some MMO games. It is more expensive than Netflix, I think. I'm probably not anymore, but whatever. I mean, it's expensive. It's money. Now, it is for a server, and technically, to be real, you might be serving 100 people, 500 people, 10,000 people within your server. So, you know, you're not exactly getting it for yourself and just for yourself. You're getting it for yourself and your friends and potentially like 100,000 people in your server. There's not really a ceiling. So you can't really think of it as like, it's my subscription to YouTube Premium and it's just for me. It's a broader use thing. And a lot of people do make good profit on the back of the content that we make because, you know, good content, good servers, good money. But I don't want to try to price gauge people insofar as I can avoid it. I don't really want to have a higher tier on Patreon. I would prefer for the offer on Patreon to become better and better and better. The one exception I will say is at some point, and I mentioned this on the Patreon post, at some point we will have so much content that I am seriously considering doing what many other Patreon places do, or like Patreon creators do, which is like put the content on rotation. So you get access to all the content that is on rotation for the month, and there's like maybe 4 rotations. So, you know, there's like all this content, and then next month you get access to that content, and then that content, then that content. And by the time we do 4 rotations, you've had access to all the content. But I don't know, because I would prefer not to have to do that, honestly. Like, that also kind of feels not great, if I'm being honest. Like, if I was supporting someone, I wouldn't really want that. So this will not be a problem if there's enough people joining Patreon. That's the thing that I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to avoid having to do these strategies by just going with lots of people join, lots of people enjoy what we make, the thing grows, and I don't need to worry about the financials of it too much. You know, I don't have to start resorting to that to achieve the results that I want us to achieve in terms of quality. Because fundamentally, you know, I don't need a higher tier if there's 500 new patrons in a month. You know, if there's like 500 new people all of a sudden and they're just there, we're fine. We're not gonna need to increase anything. I don't know. I think we can work it out. And if we can't, then we can't. But right now, it's looking like we will be able to. I'm also looking into some other options, like I've been contacted by some universities for internships, because there's people want to do internships for their studies, and I could just get an artist as an intern, and then like train them. Bring them up to speed on how to make Minecraft models, because they're not gonna know how to do that. That's for certain. They don't teach that in university. But you know, make sure that they learn, and then once they're up to speed, they can create some models. And then, you know, once they're done with their studies, we can hire them into the business, assuming that they are capable of doing things of quality. It's also a lot of work. I have to coordinate with the universities. I have to do a bunch of stuff. So it's something I'm considering, but it's also something I wouldn't really do before Dali has more experience, because I would want Dali to be able to guide the person through the creation process and not have me do that directly, because I'm not an artist. Not that I don't want to do it, it's just I'm not a the best person to do that. In a perfect world, it would be Dali. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Right now, at least, everything is going in a really good direction, so I'm not too stressed. I'm not too stressed. But, it is going to be a bit of a pressure when I finish doing the free Minecraft model prop system. Because when we have the prop system, I will definitely want to have a way for us to make more models without taking up all of Dali's time doing that. Because if Dali is working on making models like 24/7, or not 24/7, but like for all of his work hours, he's not going to be doing more interesting stuff like hey, thanks for the other gifted sub. He's not going to be doing better structure packs. He's not going to be doing new dungeons. He's not going to be doing all that stuff. Right now we have a backlog. We've been building up a backlog, so it's fine. But eventually, you know, we're going to burn through the backlog. We're releasing new content every week, so he's not, I mean, he builds fast, but he doesn't build that fast. So yeah, that's a concern that I kind of have right now. How are we going to do the prop packs for free Minecraft models? I'm gonna have to find someone. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to find someone. I don't think there's going to be an option, much of an option here, because even though those models are pretty simple, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. What was I even doing? I think I started a rant about models there. Right, we have this working. And now we do the actual menu. So, private inventory. Private list of integer. Hey Justine, what's up? How you doing? Nice beard. Thanks. Valid slots. There's not going to be a page system. I am pretty good. Pretty good. Stuff is going pretty great right now. Tanaka's been bankrolling my life for the past 30 minutes. How's the website? It's good, doing great actually. It's good, doing great. I'll show you. I'll show you in a second. Just give me a second here. I think I'll do. Let's try 19. No, let's try 20. Oh shit! This is not a string. 20. 24. 22. Can you have a link? I'll just show it on stream. There's not much to look at. Besides, I like showing it. So this is... Oh. The other way around. Look at that! It's animated! Or a lot of the content is still placeholder, but we're just figuring out the formatting. And we are finally starting to do the actual plugin pages. This is still very much a work in progress, but you can see we are starting to even add the repository with all the links to this stuff. It's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty good. Do, 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 do. Should I make, guys? Should I make the setup inventory 2 lines, or should I add padding so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 lines? I think maybe 2 lines is enough, right? So it's more compact. Is this centered? For me, the number needs to be in this. Yeah, but let's try it like that. Let's try it like that. Do, 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 do. All right, so we need an item stack. Setup instructions. I need an item stack, and then okay, then a list of item stacks where. A list of item stacks that are archetypes. Oh, this is not the right place. Alright, and then privates, item stack, setup, instructions, privates, list, item stack, archetypes, privates, int, setup, instructions, slots. Let's call this archetype slots. Do I know Hytale? Of course I do. Frost bothers me every day, telling me that I definitely should switch to Hytale once that comes out. You want to play it? I'm curious. I don't think it's going to be a Minecraft 2, but I think it might be a Minecraft 1.5. I think a Minecraft 2 would have to be more. You can even mod in game. Yeah, I know they're putting like a pretty good. Well, their idea, their announcements indicate that they aim to put a pretty good mod engine from the get-go, which is a fantastic idea. If I was making my own Minecraft thing, I would definitely do the same thing, because mods are the lifeblood of Minecraft, like it or not. And most people just like it, so it's fine. I genuinely don't think Minecraft would have a fraction of its staying power without modding. Just being real. We would have run out of stuff to do so long ago if it wasn't for modding. There's so many game modes, there's so many new features, there's so many like complete conversions of how the game plays and everything. It's pretty good. I think really Mojang is really sleeping on working more on the modding side. They're kind of doing some stuff with the data packs, but I don't think the data packs is really the best way of doing that. Jesus Christ, Tanaki, sorry. Buddy, thanks, but I mean, you know, don't go overboard. Appreciate it, obviously, but appreciate it. You are genuinely going to run out of your ability to give subs, because I don't think there's even that many viewers. Don't forget. Oh yeah, don't forget to send me your server details. There's going to be a video made by Wednesday or Thursday. So you know, if you send those in before then, the random people who ever seen you mail stuff, yeah. But yeah, if you send your server details by then, I will make sure to include it. And also, you know, there's a partner service section. Why is this static? You know, I could definitely put the player. Oh. It's just more convenient. Yeah, no problem. Just, you're going to have to send a... What's your username on Discord? Because I have to accept the request. I don't usually have DMs open. Tanakina. Alright. I'll keep an eye out. Oh wait, no, that's Portuguese, so Tanaquinha. No, Taquinhas. Okay. Inventory equals new inventory. No? Inventory dot... How do you create an inventory? I forget. Inventory. Bucket create inventory, of course. How else would you create an inventory? The size of this inventory, we're gonna do 18. 2 lines. That's the wrong button. Okay, so this creates the inventory. Now I just need to populate the inventory. So inventory set item, set up instructions with set up instructions, inventory, and then for, I guess there's also, okay, hold on, int inventory size equals 18 if I mean, I can put a ternary thing here. Equals archetypes is empty. 18. No. 9. 18. There we go. Then create inventory with that, then set up instructions for archetypes for each. No, it needs to be a for I. Inventory, set item, archetypes, slots get I, archetypes get I. Yeah, that's the one. Alright, cool. Alright, that should make a menu with my archetypes. And then I just need to populate the archetypes. Easy peasy. Not even a problem. So for my archetypes, our server is still at the beginning, so it's not big. It doesn't have all the dungeon and arena yet. I mean, you know, it's fine. What mod am I making? I'm working on elite mobs. Where is it? Look at it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Did I not make the, No, I did not. Interesting. I guess I could do the same thing here then. Interesting. So that's how I did that. That's fine, I guess. It's fine. It says that messages cannot be delivered because it's private when I text something in general chat? No, I see your message on general chat. Oh, sorry, you mean to me. Just send a friend invite. Or accept mine. I just sent you one. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have a little something here. All right, so let's go with welcome to Elite Mobs. List of. All right, so Nikinia, by the way, you can use a banner on my stuff. So you know, just take a look at the partner servers on Discord, and you can see like the banners that people have used. You can use something in that style and that size, and it will also go on the Spigot page, on the video, and eventually on the website once that is made. Ooh. It's time for me to sit down a little bit. Standing desk. No longer standing. I think this is too high, right? Oh no, actually that's fine. There we go. A little bit of sitting down energy. Alright, so you can... Let's do in 6. No, let's do in the 8. You can click on this. You can click to get a link to this full setup guide. Otherwise, you can quickly set up your you can do a quick setup of your let's do it like this. For commonly set you can also you can find server presets below that servers for commonly used settings. We highly recommend you use the recommended full installation. However, this is up to you. That's fine. We'll understand. I'll like them for this. Send the banner, structure better, the info later, working now, can't spend much time. Alright, sure. Thanks for all the support, man. Obviously. The camera's kind of low. Hold on. There we go. That's a little bit better. Is there a MFH, what's more looking for? An MFH, tick mark? I'm guessing no. Okay, what's a good item stack then? What's a good item stack for what I'm looking? I want something that looks like a tick mark. Is there any block that is good for like, or sorry, icon that is good for Like a check mark or something. I might, yeah, I think I'll just do glass panes then. This is a little bit cursed. The code that I'm writing here. It's kind of funny. It's fine though. Sorry, expected 5, found 6. How did that happen? Title, subtitle, subject, instructions. Oh, it's still updating. Oh, I haven't installed it. It's fine. Use all features from elite mobs. Events. Custom items. And the recommended built-in MMORPG progression system. Note that these systems are built to be highly compatible with survival-like servers, even those running a lot of other plugins that do similar things. Alright, I think this is good. Partial install. Not recommended. I guess I can do. Click to select this option. Push install, not recommended. This option will remove, I guess not partial, it's like minimum install, not recommended. This option will remove almost all Elite Mobs features. from your server, except those you manually install as downloadable manually installed. Some servers running some servers who only want the elite mobs features required. Some servers only want the elite mobs features required to run better structures and nothing else. May find this option useful, though it is not. Though I recommend you at least give the full install a try first. I guess I can do. No, I don't want to disable. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do elite mobs progress. Let's do disables. Events, default events, and custom items, but does not disable RPG progression. Elite mobs is RPG progression system. All right, I think that's. Let's take a look at how this feels. Alright, the constructor is not right. Oh, hey, there's a new Vengeance track. I might listen to that actually on stream. Wiggle. I'm queuing it to play next. I'm curious to listen to it. Alright, let's see if this looks good or if it looks like trash. Oh, you know what? It probably would work better if I actually ran it. There we go. Wait, that's not what I wanted to press. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I have the dentist at midday. I still got a bit of time here.
Just take the first step and the rest will be history. Only condemned by your memories, 'cause we're all holding on for something. We're all holding on for one thing. So let the fear go, let the way go. Let the fear go, let the way go. Let the fear go, let the way go.
All right, that's it. That didn't work. Also, is it less smooth than before? What happened? Oh, I didn't open the menu. Oh, it's 9 AM. Gives me an idea. Alright, Tanakinya. Thanks for dropping by, thanks for all the support. I'll definitely talk to you to coordinate this stuff. And I'll be streaming again soon. See ya, man. Thanks for all the support. Really appreciate it. Nay! What? Why did it run immediately? That's not right. Ooh, that's not right. Because I wrote it here. I'm an idiot. Dali, if you're watching, let me know because I can't really guess. Actually, hold on. Frost. I'm not crazy, right? This is... Alright. Alright, so I've been working on a... on the menu that shows up when you first set up the plugin. And I just want your feedback on how I can kind of improve the experience of how it looks. Like, help me also with the colors and maybe a little bit of text, like cleaning up the text. I was still working on the animation, like the mechanics of it, but there's already something to show, so just give it a second for it to boot here. There we go. Oh, I'm not doing this correctly. Hey Frost, what's up? So yeah, you guys can see kind of where I was trying to go with this, I think. And then there's, I forgot to do the color code stuff, but you know, welcome to Elite Mobs. You can click to get the link to full setup guide. Actually, you know what? I'll increase the UI for you guys in a second. You can find server presets for commonly used settings, or below. We highly recommend you use the recommended full installation, and then there's the full install recommended. Use all features from Elite Mods, events, custom items, the recommended built-in MMORPG progression system. Note that these systems are built, that's not the right spelling of that, to be highly compatible with survival-like servers, even those running a lot of other plugins that do dissimilar things. And then there's the other one, which is minimum install not recommended. This option will remove almost all Elite Mods features from your server, except for those you manually install. Some servers who only want Elite Mods features required to run better structures and nothing else may find this option useful, though I recommend you at least give the full install a try first. Disables default events and custom items, but does not disable Elite Mobs' self-contained MMORPG progression system. So that's kind of what I was cooking. And obviously, you know, there's this small animation which I'm still working on. It's still a little bit glitchy, but I can make it stable. What do you guys think? Finally, he says, like this is a feature that was supposed to be around at any point and not something I decided earlier. Guys, have recommendations on how to improve it? Wanted this since I started using games. You mean like the preset thing where you can just go full install or minimum? Yeah. And obviously we will try to punch it up a little bit with the UI where possible. Yeah. Should probably add more in the future. Yeah, I was kind of wondering if I should make a third option that also disables MMORPG progression, but I feel like that's not something I would it's hard because if I put that option in, people might click it without really understanding what they're doing, is my problem with that. So I also don't really want people to break them, like, just handicap their setup from the get-go. But I'll see based on feedback what other presets might be useful, I guess. So, Dali, I assume you also saw it. What do you think? Oh, that's fine. You like the animation? But how can I improve it? Is really my main question here. Like I'm trying to make sure it's clean and pleasant to look at in general, within the confines of what we can do in Minecraft, of course. I mean, this is definitely UI UX. Disabling the plugin button. Maybe there's a way to summarize a tad more. Okay, well, hold on. Okay, there you go. You can try to write a more concise thing there. Actually, you know what? Here's the other one as well. Oh, I did the wrong color. And 8 is not that. What's deep blue? The color code for deep blue. Nine is the one that I was looking for. Okay. Um. I'm trying to think. I think the way to do this would be to pass some kind of function. I think that's the only way of doing this correctly. I haven't really done much of that outside of JavaScript. I don't even really know how to do it. I think I've done it like twice ever. I mean, I guess I could make like an arbitrary class that I can extend, which is sort of what I did with the setup package, but that feels overkill because it's just going to be very limited stuff. Let me see what ChatGPT says about this one. I have a method I want to add in Java. How do I add an argument that calls a method of a class? Disables default events in custom items, but does not disable Elite Mobs' self-contained MMORPG system. This option is best used if you want to use the Elite Mobs features required to run better structures. Okay, well, it has to break line more than that, but I can use it. Oh god. There we go. Okay, I added your text. Well, let me give this more context. I have this class. I want to add the ability to run a method passed via the constructor based on the option selected in the menu. How do I pass a function or a link to a specific method in a class through the constructor? I know there's a way to do this, I'm not used to doing it. a consumer. Right. Consumer item stack, item option, and then consumer item action is item action, and then I assume that. Sheesh. Oh, I copied the wrong thing. I'm an idiot. Well, it's fine. I get it. It's fine. So I want a consumer. So, but we're back to making a custom class for this, actually. Yeah, no, it has to be a custom class. Menu archetype. Yep. Which I guess it could be a record, maybe. If it has a consumer, but that's kind of silly because then I could just do an abstract class, which is kind of what they're for, so I guess it could be a record. Why would you make it a record is, I guess, is the point. Let's do item stack. Private with a getter. I guess no, it could be. No, I don't want to make it. I don't want to make it a record. Item stack. This dot item stack is it. Item stack. Then predicates. Wait, no. I'm being dumb. I don't need a No. The whole point is no. Then it's public abstract run, I guess I can say. Abstract void run. And then I guess I can add a player. Also, it doesn't need that. There we go. Oh, I guess it doesn't need public? Yeah, and then it would get implemented. Yeah. So in setup menu, instead of a list of archetypes, we're going to need a list. No, not this one. This one. Okay, so a list of menu archetypes, and then. Yep. And then we can just add a little bit of a hook. Oh, that reminds me, I have to make sure that this isn't leaking. I mean, it's the world's smallest leak, but it's still a leak. Okay. All right. Cool. Seems like stuff is going well. All right. I think I might call it here for this stream. I'm gonna keep working on this off stream. There's also some stuff that I have to get ready. So But I mean, this is a great stream. Good stuff. Real happy. Stuff is going great. See you next time, boys.